Even Catholic or Orthodox folks can be, even if there's error in their theology and we disagree with it.
What if they're doing idolatry? I don't look at things that are dirt and put it to the holiness of God.
I believe that Jesus' real presence is really with me in communion. I don't believe that the molecules have changed to where the bread literally becomes flesh. I don't believe that, but I believe the real presence is there.
So they believe that it is actually his body.
I think it's called transubstantiation.
Yes.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, isn't that blasphemy? Isn't that like idolatry at a whole different level when you're worshiping something? And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Again, I'm just learning, because as of right now, we're just taking dirt and worshiping it as if it's our presence of God. And I can't wrap my head around that.
I would say to George that if you cannot wrap your head around it, then you are in the same position as the disciples who followed Jesus, saw him do miracles, and still rejected him when he said they had to eat his flesh to have eternal life. John 6, verses 66 through 68 says this. After this, many of his disciples drew back and no longer went about with him. Jesus said to the 12, "Will you also go away?" Simon Peter answered him, "Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life." If Jesus were only being symbolic about eating his flesh, then he could have corrected those disciples who left him, just as Jesus corrected the apostles in John chapter 4 when he spoke about metaphorical food and told the disciples that he was symbolically referring to the works of his Father. George's point about dirt also reminds me how some forms of Protestantism flirt with Gnosticism. You need to go to church so that the pastor can unlock what the Bible really means through his sermon, a kind of secret knowledge, or gnosis in Greek. And the only things that change you spiritually are the spiritual truths you receive in that preaching, not physical sacraments like baptism that washes away sin, or the Eucharist that nourishes our souls. These things are for the benefit of others to see our spiritual change, not for our own souls. The material world is just dirt, and true holiness is only found in the spiritual.